Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa if you are new here, your favorite problematic housewife. Okay, today we're going to be talking about a couple things. I want to talk about the Dad Challenge podcast coming for a brand new teen mom that he found on TikTok. And I also want to talk about YouTuber headlines and how I think she was kind of nasty and mean for bringing up Tara Henderson's past in one of her recent videos. So we're gonna talk about both those people today. Don't mind, like I did my makeup like way at the beginning of the day. I'm not as fresh. The kids spilled spaghetti sauce all over me. I tried to redo my lip. It's like old makeup, but we're gonna work with what we got. I know it's always something, guys. So let's just get right into it. See, I'm not clean. I should have just changed my sweater, but I literally have no time to get this video done. So I'm just working with what I got. It's already getting dark out, you know, same old thing with me. Okay, so we're gonna start with YouTuber headlines. So I don't really watch her that much anymore, but somebody actually came to my comments and they were like, did you see YouTuber headlines recent video on Tara Henderson? And I was like, oh no, let me go check it out. So I went to her channel and of course I saw the title like Tara Henderson's hiding something or whatever. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. I'm not the biggest fan of YouTuber headlines. I don't think she's horrible, like a horrible person or like extremely nasty, but I do think that she's very like passive aggressive. She's one of those people that pretend like she's not nasty while being nasty, like while laughing and acting like she's not being nasty. I don't know, kind of like, I like to call it like sneak nasty sometimes. So I watched her video on Tara Henderson and she was getting into about how she thinks Tara Henderson's like boutique is not doing well. Tara Henderson had to like close down one of her warehouses or downsize. And then Tara Henderson came on because people were asking questions about it. And she's like, no, we didn't downsize. We're just like moving, blah, blah, blah. And what's really weird is YouTuber headlines has been triggered by Tara Henderson's like boutique for so long. She did all these videos a while back talking about how like, oh, the ad for the boutique was photoshopped. There was a filter, like the lighting wasn't right. People are saying their clothes didn't look the same as the picture. Nothing is ever going to look the same online. That like things are always going to look slightly different based on lighting and stuff like that. It didn't seem to me like Tara was like trying to mislead people. It makes no sense to me why she would do that, because people would get the clothes and then go on and tell everyone that it doesn't look the same. So I thought that was really weird, and I don't understand what her issue is with Tara Henderson's boutique. She seems like really triggered by it. I don't know why, but in this video, she starts talking about how and it almost came off to me like she was gloating, and like happy that Tara Henderson's business didn't seem like it was doing well and that Tara Henderson's hiding it. It's like with some of these anti-mommy vloggers, like everything is always a big conspiracy. People are hiding and sneaking and lying. It's like a big thing. It's a conspiracy. It's very strange. I'm gonna try to remember where I was because I had to stop it. So anyways, when YouTuber Headlines was discussing this whole boutique thing, she's making comments about how she doesn't think like the boutique is doing good anymore. And then this is where it got weird for me. She started talking about Tara Henderson's past and she's like, oh, Tara knows what it's like not to have money. So like she wants to make sure she never doesn't have money again because she used to be an addict and dated a drug dealer and all this stuff. And I even looked in her comments and some people were in her comments like, wait a minute, like why did you bring that up? Like why did you talk about like her past? I just thought that was really strange and a weird dig in a sort of way that just wasn't necessary.
That sink in. Over 1,000. I think Tara wanted to get to this level, but just didn't make it. You've got to have sales. You've got to have the customers. She's trying to make it seem like this was planned out. This was their plan all along. Everything's good, but I'm just not buying it. Tara's a hustler. She used to date a drug dealer. She was addicted to drugs. She was on WIC when she was pregnant with her first child. She knows how it feels to have no money. She wants money. She wants that lifestyle.
We still have normal wants.
Has nothing to do with her past, and this is not the first time that people have brought up her past and her like past addiction and stuff like that. Sloan did that before, which let me know if you want a video about Sloan. I did one a little while back, but I have some thoughts, so let me know if you want to see that. But Sloan kind of did a video and is like, oh, she's not telling us her past. She's hiding it. She's being too vague about it. Like, nobody has to say what they don't want to say. Just because she shares her life on YouTube does not give anyone the right to like make her past, her addiction, who she dated and all this stuff a thing. Tara Henderson has said before there are reasons and some safety reasons why she doesn't feel like she can like say too much and talk, because her story involves another person, and she said before that she didn't want to share too much because she didn't want that person to see it. She didn't want it to cause trouble. She didn't want to put her family at risk. So it's weird to me that like people aren't respecting that, and for YouTuber headlines to bring that up, I just thought that was really weird. And I didn't think like I would need to put it in its own whole video because it like was really a short little 2-minute thing. You guys can let me know what you think down below. Like, do you think that was a passive aggressive kind of dig? I do. I'm not sure like where she was going. She also makes comments all the time about Love Meg, and she's like, oh yeah, Love Meg came from a trailer. She came from a trailer. She like rags to riches, like something. She's always making comments like that, and I don't know, YouTuber headlines just comes off so condescending to me. She comes off so many times like she's better than everybody else, and it seems like she loves throwing in people's faces that they like used to not have money and now they do. And it's not necessary, and it's not necessary to make a dig about somebody's past addiction and stuff when you're talking about their boutique. And it's not necessary to act like, you know, you're gloating that her boutique might not be doing well. Because according to Tara, that's not true. They're just moving warehouses. But of course, YouTube Redlines has to make like a big thing about it and make it like, oh, there's these big secrets that people are not disclosing, and like, I don't know, the whole thing was weird. It was very strange to me and unnecessary. If Tara wants to talk about her past, that's up to her. We don't need to be bringing that stuff up. You know what I mean? For literally no reason other than to shame her and say that she knows what it's like to be poor, and you know, now she's gonna make sure she's never poor again. What? Okay, anyway, moving on. Let's move on to Mr. Dad Challenge podcast. Again, sorry guys if my dirty freaking sweatshirt is distracting. Of course, like right before I film a video, the kids throw Chef Boyardee spaghetti sauce all over me. It's mom life. Oh, make sure you're subscribed to my second channel, The Hot Mess Mom. I will leave it down below. I'm going to start uploading vlogs again. I also have some beauty content that I'm planning for that channel. So I want to do like mom stuff, beauty, skincare, stuff like that. So I really want to start uploading on my second channel again. So it's going to be more lifestyle, more personal, fun stuff like that, not drama related. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to that down below. Somebody came to my comments on my last video. Oh, thank you so much, by the way, for the support on my last video, the one about Jenny. I was kind of nervous to upload that. If you guys didn't see it, I'll leave it down below. Nobody ever wants to get on and talk about like a friendship fallout that happened publicly, not by my doing, by her doing. So yeah, it was just uncomfortable. I'm happy to be done with that situation. I'm happy to get back to my regular content for you guys. I got a lot of stuff coming, so make sure you're subscribed and the notifications are on. But, so let's get into the Dad Challenge podcast. I stopped covering him for a little while because honestly, the community was so toxic and I just needed a break. I moved on to other things, but my eyes are back on him and he's more of a douche than ever. So let's talk about what he did lately that really pissed me off and actually pissed off quite a lot of people. There's a mom on TikTok. Her name is Colby, and she started off doing like little boutique style videos. She had a boutique fashion and stuff like that. Well, she ended up getting pregnant, okay, at 18. She's 19 now. She got pregnant at 18, and she started making pregnancy vlogs. Then she found out she was pregnant with twins, which was probably exciting and scary and just like very overwhelming and just a whirlwind. She ended up breaking up with the baby's father, the baby daddy, and continued to make vlogs through her pregnancy. And the Dad Challenge podcast found her, either him or his fans, a while back before she had the babies, and posted a video. And the video was just so mean. Like, he kept saying, oh, I can't be too mean because she's a teenager. But he was being a douche. He was calling her cringe. He was just saying that she's going to exploit her baby. She's already exploiting her pregnancy. And she's going to be, you know, this is how, he's like, this is how the sausage is made. We're watching in real time the turn a mom's going to take and when she starts exploiting her kids. Like, it's this weird thing. And he's like, look, see, I told you, she's making her pregnancy her whole everything. I'm like, first of all, when you get pregnant, that is your whole life. That is your main thing that is going on in your life. So, of course, her content is going to transition into more pregnancy related stuff. A lot of people do that, not everybody, but many people find out they're pregnant and then like they incorporate that into their content because that's what's going on in their life. And the girl was 18 years old, okay? And his creepy weirdo ass decided to message her. He decided to message her after he found her and dropped the video, and they actually had a conversation, which is weird. Like, why are you messaging this girl who's pregnant? Leave her alone. Just leave her alone. It's just not necessary. He ends up having a conversation with this girl, and he's like, I just don't want you to exploit your kids. You shouldn't do it. Don't do it. I'm like gonna try to stop you. She hadn't even had, mind you guys, she was pregnant. She hadn't even had the damn baby yet. And he's messaging her, like harassing her, asking her not to exploit her children. It was very weird, okay? Well, apparently she agreed, and she's like, no, I'm not gonna exploit my kids. I have no plans of doing that, okay? So he got what he wanted, gave him like the attention he wanted. She agreed not to exploit her children, and he ended up taking his video down, okay? And so as she's going through the pregnancy, she's uploading these TikToks, and she has the baby, okay? She has the baby. Well, she ends up posting like maybe 5 pictures of her child on Instagram, okay? She's not uploading TikToks. She's not uploading anything. And he decides to put the video back up that he did on her because she had her baby, and posted new mom posting photos of her child. You can't even really see the baby's face, but he says she's now exploiting her child. So he's going to put the video back up.
Almost like a social experiment slash, I can't believe I have to do this, but it's going to be very interesting to do this with you and follow this one person through this journey that they've just begun. Because we want to see, if you really want to see how the sausage is made, if you want to see how rich you can get off exploiting pregnancies and babies and everything else, like Maya Knight, the video we did yesterday, they got me inflamed, angry. This woman here that we're about to cover is doing the exact same thing, but she's right. It's before her like come up. She's got 100,000 subscribers on TikTok and 2,000 on Instagram. So it's not tiny, but it's a perfect opportunity to start looking and start documenting what happens when these people hit it, right? Because the exploitation of children online is a very lucrative business. Let's be real, for everybody involved. The advertisers who use them, the platforms who get the views, the creators themselves, and the parents who exploit the children.
Today, we're gonna see how the sausage is made. We're gonna see the casing, the filling, and filling as in these evil family vloggers that are exploiting their children, pretty much trafficking them into working and playing and acting for the camera. We're gonna see it all today, behind the scenes. These evil skanks get pregnant, exploit their pregnancy, and they pop out children just to traffic them into working on YouTube. These evil deranged hoe bags make their children play on the trampoline and go to swimming lessons. They go grocery shopping, but it's all a cover. Because what they're really doing is pimping out their children to nasty peas online and making a profit. And I am going to be uncovering it all. Let's go.
Is Colby Shea. Okay, Colby Shea is a 19-year-old pregnant woman with twins, and she has 164,000 followers on TikTok, and she's got, I think, 2,000 on Instagram, and she's calling this the twin mama journey, and she's based in Central Texas, and she's having a baby, and she's obviously a teenager, and so she's capitalizing already. This is the scariest thing about the internet, everybody. This is the Just Fam. This is Pregnant in 16. This is the MTV thing that happened. These people they get pregnant, they get excited because they get to exploit their pregnancy and everything else after the kids are born. And I'm not kidding you.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Josh. He is so sickening.
And it's so tempting for these people to do it because they don't want to work regular jobs.
This is something that has always pissed me off about Josh. He always says that these moms do not want to work regular jobs. That is not the case. The fact of the matter is there are not many opportunities for single mothers out there to make enough money to support their children. So they look to the internet and work from home jobs because daycare is so expensive. The opportunities out there are slim to none for single mothers who may not be educated, which this girl actually is going to school and doing everything she needs to do while she's pregnant. And of course, he doesn't want to acknowledge that. But it's hard out there for moms to make money outside of the house and have to worry about childcare. So they look to the internet to try to make money working from home. It's not because they don't want to get regular jobs. He's such an ignorant asshole.
They get left by their baby daddies, which is terrible. These dads that leave these women, and I talked about this yesterday, and I know I'll probably get some flack for it, but I say bring back traditional families. But these coward-ass dads who leave these moms, get them pregnant, and just leave, those guys are just as much to blame for these children being exploited because they leave, and then they don't have anything to say about it.
Is that why you insert yourself into these people's personal lives, Josh, and contact their baby daddies? Because you think that you know best and that these dads should be involved in these kids' lives? You have no idea what is going on. They could be abusive. There could be many reasons why the woman does not have the child's father in their life, and it is not appropriate for you to go and contact these people to try to interfere with their lives and their child custody arrangements. It's so way over the line, and it's outrageous to me that people don't have an issue with this. It's literally crazy. And the girl, Colby, that we're talking about today, Josh contacted her baby's dad. Yes, he did. And he's proud of it. It's disgusting.
Teen mom influencer, so freaking bad. These are her goals, everybody. And again, you don't mistake what I'm saying here as snark and I'm making fun of her. Okay, because I think in the end, she is, obviously she's an adult, yes, but she's also a victim of the world that we've created.
It's a damn TikTok. Why do these anti-mommy vloggers take these TikToks so seriously? They're jokes, they're entertainment. I thought that was obvious.
What's good for your kids is the bond. I did an interview with Dr. Kirk Honda from Psychology in Seattle. We talked about how do you get...
Where is Dr. Kirk now, Josh? I don't see him anywhere. I didn't see no second interview because he wants nothing to do with you, boo.
How do you become an awesome parent so when your kids grow, you have great relationships? The most important thing you can do for your children is develop a bond with them. That's what he said. The bond is what's missing. These idiots think that that's buying their kids shit, it makes them a good parent. But it's what they're doing is they're buying themselves the shit. Their kids become accessories to their lives and to their social media platforms. An accessory to build up their own social media clout to become wealthy and rich.
Hey guys, editing Marissa here. I'm just editing this video, watching the clips I'm using of Josh, and it's just like I want to scream, I want to rip my hair out, I want to smack somebody. I'm so sick of this dude. Like, who is he to tell people what they need to do with their kids? He's not like the end-all be-all when it comes to parenting. Also, he doesn't even know this girl. He has no idea who she is, what she's gonna do with her baby. At this point, when he's doing this video, the babies are not even born yet. And he's acting like she's not gonna love her kids and they're just an accessory to her because she's making some entertaining TikToks. It's just so freaking ridiculous. I'm just over it.
Your kid wants to be held, smothered in love, in snuggles, in absolute kisses all the time. Overlove your children. I've yet to see a influencer parent who does that because they're so enamored with themselves and so busy with their social media platforms that these kids are honestly just the accessory, like the bag. They're carried around and they're put in videos. They're an accessory. They're paid to be there too. So none of these parents are actually good parents because they aren't doing the things that the kids need. And they think that by buying them shit or taking them on vacations, they don't remember this shit. Maya Knight's like, they're going to love this. Those kids don't remember anything. They won't remember that. And the videos that you see.
That's actually not true. Some of my biggest memories that I have as a kid is when my mom was taking us out to do stuff. When we went to Disney, when we went to Busch Gardens, when we went to Florida and all the vacations we went on. Like, that is not true. Kids do remember that stuff, and they do remember the fun stuff that their parents took them to do as a child. And it's really interesting that Josh is always pushing, like, kids don't need stuff, money doesn't matter, yet he is always telling people how poor he was. And clearly it's something that bothered him. So I think he's just salty that he did not grow up the way these kids are growing up. And I think he's projecting his mommy issues onto these other mothers.
Them crying and bawling their eyes out and being left in vehicles, they'll have that as their memories. They'll get to watch that and be like, holy shit, Mom, you were bad. So I'm trying to convince this girl, and I'm sure I'm going to be highly unsuccessful at it because she already knows what she's going to do. She already knows and has people lining up to not do this, to turn around right now. Why do your kids need things you didn't have? You know what you probably didn't have was love. So give them that, because that's what it sounds like. If your childhood is of memories of things you didn't have, and you think that was the issue, you're wrong. The issue was that you never had love. Because I've never met a kid who has a great relationship with their parent, or an adult for that matter, who looks back on their and they have good. I'm taking people with good relationships with their parents. Okay, loving relationships. I love my kids. They know I love them with all my heart. They love me with all their heart. When they look back when they're teenagers to be like, hey, is there something you remember you never got? They're not going to remember those things because it didn't matter because they were loved. So what you're missing was the love and the bond.
Again, Josh, stop projecting your mommy issues onto everybody else. It's a bit much. Also, is it just me, or is this starting to feel like it's some kind of sermon at Sunday church? Like, what is going on here? Pastor fucking Josh in the house. I think he should just maybe go. I'm not going to say it. Should I say it? I was going to say maybe Pastor Josh should go back to jacking off to his porn addiction. But maybe I shouldn't go there. Anyway, let's keep going.
We're missing things. This is what we're building. This is the society that's coming after me. That should scare the shit out of everybody.
Well, Josh, what scares the shit out of me is you and your egghead screaming and getting really triggered and telling everybody how evil mommy vloggers are and projecting your mommy issues onto all of us daily. That's what scares me. Am I getting a little too sassy? I need to bring it down a notch. Okay, sorry. Let's take back the egghead comment. Okay, keep going.
I want to be the top mom influencer on the internet. Smiling next to Maya Knight and Taylor Frankie Paul. These are the people. And if you really, there's no more argument after this, everybody, about the influence that these assholes have on people. Maya Knight.
Josh, who has influence over you? Because the disgusting shit that you spew on a daily basis tells me that very many far-right podcasts have a lot of influence on you, and that is something everyone should be much more afraid of.
Taylor, Frankie, Paul. These people are not good people to look up to. What have they given to the internet? Well, let's take a look at My Night.
Who should we be looking up to, Josh? You? Should we be looking up to Pastor Josh? Is that who we should all be idolizing and listening to? Please tell me what Josh has done for the internet besides rant about evil moms and talk about their tits.
My video yesterday. Maya Knight is an exploitative, terrible mother who allegedly feeds her kids alcohol and abandons them in vehicles. Not allegedly the vehicles, the alleged alcohol thing. Is an alcoholic, cracks White Claws and spills them on them. Okay? Is promiscuous in every way. Promiscuous girl, whatever you are. And treats her kids like shit. That's who you want to be? Cool. Let's take a look at Taylor, Frankie, Paul, who left a comment here, by the way, that says, "You're on your way there." Taylor Frankie Paul is famous for being a Mormon swinger.
Oh, Joshy Poo, don't be getting salty over there because you want to bang the hot Mormon MILF. Okay, slow your roll, dude. I know you want to bang her, but it's never going to happen, so just stop getting triggered by her.
That's what she's famous for having sex with her friends' husbands. That's who you want to be? Again, if you don't think that influencers have influence on people, look no further. I see my username go.
Again, coming from the man who had to take care of his porn addiction.
Going up in ranks. This is her goals. Her goal is not to be a mother. Everybody, this is the scariest thing you guys have ever seen. Of all, I know. I've shown you lots of girls being exposed on the internet, and that stuff is scary. But this is the other scary side of the thing. This is the influencer scary part, is that she doesn't care about anything else except for social media and being famous and rich. And she's gonna use her kids to get there. This isn't a mother who's like, I can't wait to show these babies the world and birth them and love them and do all the things. All she cares about is social media clout.
Do you guys see how outrageous that it is that he got all of this from one TikTok that was a joke and supposed to be funny? He got all of this rant that he just did from this girl's TikTok where she was being funny. This is crazy. And after he put his nasty video back up, this poor girl, a new mom that's a teenager, and she's suffering from some like baby blues postpartum. I'm not really sure. I don't think she's like been diagnosed yet, but she said she was having some postpartum sadness and baby blues and stuff like that. So this teenage mom who's 19 and just had twins, and unfortunately the relationship with her child's father did not work out, and she's not really talking to him. Josh decides to re-put up this video right after she has a fucking baby. Who does that? Who freaking does that? He is such a piece of shit. This really pissed me off. And then she ended up putting a TikTok saying that Josh's fans are now harassing her, telling her to kill herself, and how she's a horrible mother. And do you think Josh takes any accountability? No, okay? He makes some dumbass post acting like he's denouncing it, even though he's told his fans in the past to go harass these moms and tell them what you think about them exploiting their children. Now he's trying to backtrack and act like, literally throw his own fans under the bus and act like he has no part of it. Don't threaten people. Don't tell them to die and blah, blah. It's like, dude, take some damn responsibility, because it was your fucking video that caused them to go over there and leave this poor new mom hate and tell her she's a horrible mother. What is wrong with him? It's just like, he never stops. And I'm so sick of the anti-mommy vlogger community. It's not even funny. I'm so sick of like these hateful channels like Honora and all the people who are harassing Alicia. Josh is still doing videos on Alicia like daily and just ripping apart her appearance, her looks. Well, same thing, appearance, looks, her body, her fingers, her makeup, her hair. Talking about her shopping, how she takes care of her children. And it's like, Why? It's crazy to me that there are actually channels out there that sit on the internet and base their whole channel around mom shaming and going after mommy vloggers. There's so many more nasty fucking people like Josh and Radiant Britt that could be talked about. No, but they're not doing that, right? They rather just harass moms. They rather just bully moms because they get the views and they get the money. And they're using all these moms as a freaking punching bag to grow their channel. And I find it absolutely disgusting. First of all, he shouldn't have even been mad at her for sharing her pregnancy journey, okay? I remember when I found him, I was pregnant. I was pregnant with my 4th child. I was watching mommy vloggers and mom vlogs and all that stuff. And that's how I found him. His videos popped up. And he's constantly saying that these moms exploit their pregnancy. And that really pissed me off, okay? A woman has a right to do whatever she wants. If she wants to vlog her pregnancy, she can vlog it. If she wants to share complications, she can do that. Guess what? She has that right and it has nothing to do with the baby. It's her body. And I remember Radiant, this is the time where everyone freaked out where I called Radiant Britt a cunt. The reason I called her that is because she said moms who exploit their pregnancy complications are disgusting. Those words literally came out of her mouth and I was so pissed off. And we're going to talk about her in a second too, actually. I'm going to put her because her recent video was atrocious as well. It's like every day, you guys. Every day these people are uploading just disgusting content and I'm just like blown away with how nasty they are. It's just, they pick on these moms just on a daily basis and so many people don't see a problem with it. He's literally picking on a teen mom. When you're 19, you're still a kid. You're still a teenager. I had my first baby at 19 and I didn't know what I was doing. If I had people on the internet like trashing me and telling me to kill myself and calling me a bad mom, I would have been like horrified. I really would have. So to harass this mother who literally just had a baby, it's so wrong. People seriously need to take a step back and see how hateful you are towards moms on the internet for literally no reason. She posted 5 Instagram photos. She wasn't even uploading TikToks at the time of her baby, even if she wanted to. That's none of your fucking business. Can't you have an opinion on it? Yes, but should your whole channel be based around parent shaming moms and telling them what to do with their children? I don't agree with it. I just don't. I'm never going to agree with it. I do see some good points that are made sometimes when it comes to family vlogging, but I just firmly do not believe in doing commentary on parenting. I don't believe in it and I never will. Parenting is subjective. Everyone is going to parent differently. Everyone is going to, unless it's something like so obviously bad and horrifying, then okay. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if it's something really dangerous and traumatized, you know what I'm saying? But like everyday stuff and like what people are doing with their kids, that's not commentary. Do different things when it comes to their kid, and that doesn't make one person a better parent than the other. And the problem with doing commentary on parenting is you are taking your opinion on what a parent should do, which I said again is subjective. You're taking your opinion on what a mom should do and using that in your content to mom shame and show everybody what a horrible mother this person is. Just because you don't agree with what another channel is doing with their kid, that doesn't make them a bad mom. And that's one of my main issues with the anti-mommy vlogger community. It is centered around discussing other people's parenting and how they mother their kids, how they take care of their kids, and what they do with their kids. In my opinion, that should not be commentary. Now, obviously, if you want to get on and give your opinion and say, I don't think medical stuff should be shared, that's fine. But don't judge other people who do believe that that's okay. Because they're also, I'm going to do a whole video about this. There is another side to sharing some diagnosis and stuff like that with people on the internet. And there's 2 sides to it. So just because you don't agree, it doesn't make Alicia a bad mom. This girl is not a bad mom. just because you think she's exploiting her kids, which I'm so sick of hearing that, by the way. I am so sick of hearing exploiting their children. Child exploitation is illegal, okay? It's illegal. And you are using that term to fit into family vlogging when it doesn't fit. It's just not, it's not child exploitation. That is a very strong term that is being used way out of context, that is being way like sensationalized and used to attack other mothers on the internet. And I'm over it. I'm just over it. And I want to share a little story with you when it comes to attacking moms after she just had a baby, because Josh's fans did that to me. So I know firsthand, you know, some people were trying to say that she was, you know, making it up. I dealt with firsthand how disgusting and nasty Josh's fans are, his stans. My very first video that I did on Dad Challenge podcast, I dropped it a day before I went in. My C-section for my 4th child was scheduled. So I was like, I really want to get this video out. I had been working on it for like 2 weeks. I did a lot of work on that video. I'll leave it down below. It was like my first big video that I did on Josh. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below because I'm really proud of that video. I'm really proud of that video. That one, and when I exposed the anti-mommy vlogger Discord, those are 2 of like my favorite videos that I've ever done. So if you're new here and you haven't seen them, I suggest you check them out because they were really good. Not to pat myself on the back, but both of those videos really showed what that community is about and how they're frauds, pretty much. So anyway, so after I dropped that video, okay, I went into the hospital to have my C-section, and Josh posted about my video on his Facebook and literally told people to go tell this creator what's up. Like, go tell them how you feel. People were accusing me of calling him a P because at the same time, that was when Shannon Rose and Love Meg called him that and said they heard that he was a P. But I never said that in my video, but I was getting blamed for it. So all of his fans came to my comments while I was in the hospital having a C-section and were attacking me so bad. They were saying the most nasty stuff. I'm a horrible mother. I'm ugly. I'm fat. I'm a piece of shit. I need to get off the internet and go take care of my kid. You're probably getting ready to exploit your baby. Awful, awful shit. That's the kind of fans that Josh has. And he never got on and told people not to do that. In fact, he sent them to do that. So him pretending now that he's not responsible for what his fans do is bullshit. He's just trying to save his own ass because this girl's saying people are telling her to die. So, of course, he's going to get on and make some fake little statement about, don't do that. But you support your fans going out and harassing people because you told them to do it many times. So, stop bullshitting because they did it to me. And it was really hard to deal with because I had never been bombarded with that many hate comments over a video. The only other video, which is pretty funny, the only other video that I have been bombarded with that many hate comments is my video about Sloan. Isn't that interesting? My video about Sloan and my video about Josh are the ones where I get the most hate comments from stans and crazy people and just nasty people. So I found that really interesting. But to bully a new mom is just, he's disgusting. Okay, real quick, I want to talk about Radiant Britt as part of like the last little segment. She recently did a video about like everything she doesn't like. I was like, okay, Britt, you don't like anything. That you don't need to label it that. That's not a new thing, girl. She was talking about Alicia, and she was talking about how Alicia didn't actually suffer. She didn't really suffer from infertility problems because she ended up getting pregnant. What? How dare you? How freaking dare you say that to somebody? What? Many people suffer with infertility issues and are able to finally get pregnant after having so many miscarriages, okay? So to tell somebody that has had 9 miscarriages, my ring light, I need a new ring light. I was supposed to be getting sent a new one, but it hasn't come yet. It's literally gonna kick the bucket. It's like breaking all over the place. To tell a woman who's had 9 miscarriages that she doesn't actually have infertility issues This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, you guys. What is wrong with these people?
It starts out by saying, be careful what you pray for. We went through 9 years of infertility and had at least 11 miscarriages. I want to ask you guys, if anyone in the medical profession is watching this video, I want you guys to educate me about infertility. My understanding on infertility is if you say that you are having infertility, that's a lifelong thing. You're not infertile for a certain period of time and then you become fertile. Tell me if I'm completely wrong on that. It's okay if I am. I just wanted to kind of harvest your all's minds and pick your brains when it comes to the tag of being infertile.
Britt 100% knows what she's doing here. She's trying to frame it like, oh, I'm just uneducated. I don't really know. I want to pick y'all's brains. Really, Britt? You could have easily looked this stuff up yourself before talking about it in a video. You know damn well that you wanted to imply that she's lying about infertility, and this is how she's framing this whole thing. Let's take a look at the definition of infertility real quick. Infertility, not getting pregnant despite having carefully timed unprotected sex for 1 year. The cause of infertility may be difficult to determine, but may include inadequate levels of certain hormones in both men and women and trouble with ovulation in women. There are all kinds of people who struggle with fertility, okay? Just because you get pregnant at some point does not mean you haven't struggled when you've had 11 miscarriages or even a few, like women who are constantly trying to conceive and having miscarriages. It's a slap in the fucking face. It's a slap in the face to tell them that they are not having infertility issues because they were able to get pregnant at some point and have a successful pregnancy. It's disgusting.
It continues by saying, but I kept praying to become a mother. And God certainly answered my prayers, and then some, because now we have 12 children. Hard stop when it comes to praying for children. Here's the thing. Prayer, as I said before, prayer can be a really big instrument that people use in order to help guide themselves through hard. But if you're telling people that you prayed for children and now you have all these kids, you are giving them a false sense of hope, because guess what? Sometimes people are just infertile. That's just the way that it goes, and they're infertile for their entire life. And those people shouldn't be thinking, well, maybe I didn't pray enough, and maybe that's why I'm infertile. Maybe that's why I'm not able to give myself a child, because I am not praying enough. I am not following God enough. I am not praying to the Lord often enough.
But you're sitting here saying that all the people who watch you, if they've gotten pregnant despite having infertility issues, they are no longer having infertility issues. That means they never were infertile. That's what you're telling all the people who watch you. So maybe you should stop worrying about what other people are making people feel like and start worrying about what the fuck you're making people feel like. Literally, what is wrong with some of these channels? My mind boggled daily about behavior of some of these anti-mommy vloggers, and it just seems like I never get anywhere. I'm not saying that people don't agree with me, because I know a lot of people on my channel watch and they're like, yes, we agree. But there's still so many people in that community who see no issue with channels like Josh, like Britt, like Honora. It's like, you hate somebody that you don't know that much, that you're willing to behave that way and justify it with exploited children? Crazy to me. But that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.